Hi everyone. In previous classes, we have learned the refraction of lenses and the image formed by the lenses, the position, the nature and the relative size of the images formed by lenses. And the concepts of image formation of lenses help us in the study of human eye. How does a human eye function? How do the lenses in a human eye function and how do they form image of various objects? Our human eye enables us to see the beautiful world and to see the things around us. The light enters in our eye and refracts, and so the images formed by the lenses. In this video, we are going to discuss the human eye and its anatomy and how does the human eye forms images of various objects. Human eye acts like a camera. It consists of a convex lens and that refracts the light, enters in the human eye. And it consists of a cornea, is a thin membrane formed outside the eyeball. Eyeball is approximately spherical in shape and with a radius of 2-3 cm. Most of the light entering into the eye occurs through the surface of cornea. The crystalline lens provides the fine adjustment of the focal length required to focus on the object. And we find a structure behind the cornea is iris. The function of iris is to control the ciliary muscles, and ciliary muscles provides a fine adjustment of the size of the pupil through which the light enters. Pupil regulates the amount of light entering into the eye, and iris is made of muscles, and these muscles, when they contract and they relax, it allows the eyeball to elongate and contract so that the size of the eyeball can be adjusted so that the pupil can regulate the amount of light entering the eye. Then the light enters into the eye, passes through the crystalline lens, and the crystalline lens forms a real inverted image on the retina. Retina here is act as a screen, and it consists of an enormous number of light sensitive cells, and when this light falls on this retina and these cells will be activated and then it produces electrical signals, and these electrical signals then transferred to the brain through the optical nerves, and these optical nerves carry the signals to the brain, and the brain interpret these electrical signals and interpret the information and then process the information and then analyze the information, and finally they perceive the image as they are. Damage or malfunctioning of any part of this eye, the pupil, the cornea, the eyeball, the crystalline lens, vitreous humor, aqueous humor, or retina or optical nerve that carry the signal to the brain, can cause the visual impairment. They are very sensitive. Any damage happen to these parts of this eye can cause the permanent impairment of vision. When we see the structure of the human eye, and we can see a liquid that present in between the lens and the retina. Liquid or jelly-like liquid present in the eye is called vitreous humor, and this again a small gap in between the eyelids and the cornea, and also filled with another liquid called aqueous humor. And the main function of these two liquid medium are to protect the eye and parts of the eye from any damage. In power of accommodation, what do you mean by power of accommodation? The ability of an eye to adjust its focal length is called as the power of accommodation. A human eye adjusts the amount of light entering into the eye by adjusting the size of the pupil. So the pupil acts as a regulator or it regulates the amount of light that entering into the eye, so that our eye is able to form a clear image of the object. We might have experienced that when we enter into a dark room from the bright light, and we may not be able to see the things around us. Okay? So then what will happen? So suddenly our eye expand its eyeball so that maximum amount of light may enter into the eye, so we will be able to see the things around us. When we step out to the bright light, then suddenly the intensity of light disables us to see the things around. So then the size of the pupil will be adjusted with the help of ciliary muscles, and then the prior amount of light will enter into the eye so that we will be able to see the things. We might also have experienced that when the things are very close to our eyes, we are unable to distinguish the object clearly. That means the human eye can form the image of an eye up to some certain extent or certain distance. So the closest distance of the object from eye, so that the human eye can form the clear image of that object, is called the least distinct vision of eye, and which is normally 25 centimeter. That means an object is more closer than 25 centimeter may not be visible clearly, or the image of that object cannot be produced clearly by our eye. The maximum distance at which one can see an object clearly is called the farthest distance of distinct vision, and that is infinity for a human eye. The crystalline lens of an aged person will be milky and cloudy, so the person may not be able to see the things clearly around him, and this may lead to the partial or complete loss of vision, and it is possible to retain the vision through a cataract surgery. And this condition of a person whose crystalline eye lens is cloudy and milky is generally called as cataract vision. Then why do we have two eyes? If we close one of our eye and see the things around us, and the things may not be clear to us, that means the things that we see will be in a two-dimensional, and then if we open the two eyes together and we see the things, then it will be converted into a three-dimensional space. So that means we feel that it is more live to us. So these two eyes, they form different images, and then the brain process these images formed by these two eyes and combine them and process them, and so that we are able to see the things around us as they are. So that means in order to see the things clearly and more lively, we need two eyes. There are different defects of vision, and here we are going to see the three conditions or three defects of vision they are. The first one is myopia. Myopia is also known as nearsightedness. That means a person can see the nearby objects clearly and far objects not clearly. A person with this defect has the far point is nearer than infinity. Then such a person can see the objects few meters away from him. That means a person cannot see the objects, far away objects clearly. And this is generally due to the elongation of eyeball, excessive curvature of the eyeball. So here we can see the how does a myopic person produces the image. That means because of this, due to the elongation of the eyeball and the excessive curvature of the eyelids, the eye cannot produce a clear image on the retina. The image form, it can be corrected by using a concave lens, so that the concave lens will be diverge the light after the refraction, and this diverged light then enter into the eye lens, so that the eye lens can focus them exactly on the retina, so that the person will be able to see the things. And next condition is hypermetropia. A person with this defect can see the far away objects clearly, cannot see the nearby objects. This is arise due to the light rays from the closely objects focus on a point behind the retina, so that since the image is formed behind the retina, so the person cannot see the object clearly. And this is arise due to the eyeball become too small and the focal length of the eyelids become too, and this can be corrected by using a convex lens. And a convex lens can help the eye of a hypermetropic person to focus on the correct point on the retina, so that the person will be able to see the objects, nearby objects clearly. Sometimes a person may suffer from both of these defects, the short-sightedness and long-sightedness. Hypermetropia is also known as long-sightedness. A person suffering from these both defects, hypermetropia and myopia, such a person need to use a bifocal lens. A normal bifocal lens is made of a convex and concave lenses. They are made together, so that the convex lens can correct the hypermetropia and concave lens can correct the myopia. This is all about the functioning of a human eye and the defects of vision. I hope you understand.